Hey Emma, it's great to catch up over lunch. I've been thinking about how important emotional intelligence is in our field. What do you think?
I agree, David. I often hear people talk about technical skills, but emotional intelligence seems just as crucial. Can you explain why it matters?
Absolutely. Emotional intelligence helps us understand our own emotions and those of our colleagues. In tech, we often work in teams, and being aware of how others feel can improve collaboration.
That makes sense. I noticed that during our last project, some team members were stressed. A little empathy could have made a difference in our productivity.
Exactly. When you recognize stress or frustration, you can address it before it escalates. It's about creating a supportive environment where everyone feels heard.
How can I develop my emotional intelligence, though? It's not something they teach in coding boot camps.
Great question. Start by actively listening to your teammates. When someone shares their thoughts, focus on understanding rather than just responding.
I can see how that would help. I sometimes find myself waiting for my turn to speak instead of truly listening.
That's common. Another way to build emotional intelligence is to reflect on your own emotions. Ask yourself how you feel in certain situations and why. It leads to better self-awareness.
That sounds like a useful exercise. I guess acknowledging my emotions can help me manage them better, especially under pressure.
Exactly. It's also important to recognize emotional cues in others. For instance, if a colleague seems withdrawn, it might be a good idea to check in with them.
I never thought about that. It could help build stronger relationships within the team.
Right. And don't forget about feedback. Give constructive feedback while being mindful of how it's received. This shows you care about your colleagues' feelings.
That's a good point. I often worry about how my feedback might affect others. Being thoughtful about my delivery could make a big difference.
Definitely. As you progress in your career, emotional intelligence can also influence your leadership style. Leaders with high emotional intelligence often inspire their teams more effectively.
That's encouraging. It sounds like emotional intelligence is a skill I can develop over time, just like coding.
Exactly. Remember, it's about practice and being intentional. You'll find that it not only improves your work life, but also your personal relationships.
Thanks for the insights, David. I'll start applying these tips. Emotional intelligence seems like a game changer in tech.
Glad to hear that, Emma. Let's keep discussing this as you grow in your role.